On this week's show, Peloton wrote down the value of their guide inventory. Ben and Leanne are now married.
Plus, Emma Lovewell is now teaching tread classes, a new artist series from The Killers, and much, much more.
Welcome to Pelo Buddy TV, a show for the Peloton community by the Peloton community. Here are your hosts, Amanda Siegel and John Pruitt.
Welcome to episode 179 of Pelo Buddy TV, a show for the Peloton community by the Peloton community. I am Amanda Siegel, and I am joined by my co-host, John Pruitt, and Mr. Pelo Buddy himself, Chris Lewis. Hi, guys.
Hey now.
Hey, guys.
Nice to have you both. Nice to have you back, John. I know that you were out last week for Memorial Day weekend, where somewhere fun. You went somewhere fun.
Celebrating Memorial Day in Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What took you to Toronto?
So a couple years ago when we were in Mexico on vacation, Jackson, we became friends with this family with an only child. They have a son that's just a little bit younger than Jackson. And Jackson, he and this other boy just became besties, and we were very friendly with the other couple. And we hadn't seen them since then, but Jackson has been corresponding with him, on Messenger and his iPad and stuff. So we finally decided to go visit them for the weekend. We had a great time.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Nice. All right. Well, we like having you on, Chris. You give us all that little bit of extra bits that I think John and I sometimes miss. So it is nice to have you on.
Yeah, sometimes we gloss over that.
Well, you need someone to make the show a little more boring, so I'm happy to hear it bore people
a little more mundane.
So.
No boring. Well, why don't we get right into it? I think it's safe to say this week that it was kind of light, I guess, with the holiday and the studio being closed on Monday and, everyone kind of chilling. It was kind of light. But as always, before we get started with the news, we always like to remind you guys how you can keep up to date with all of our content across all of our platforms. Every episode is released on our YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button at the bottom right-hand side of the video and hit the notify button to make sure that you never miss an episode.
Yes, and you can always listen to us on the go. We're on all podcast platforms. And please leave us, I don't know if we've gotten any new 5-star reviews lately, so please give us those 5-star reviews. We need to get that rating bumped up. Keep it climbing. So please keep those coming. And we really do appreciate the feedback, and we'd love to read those reviews from time to time. So many really appreciate it.
For sure. And of course, we are on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X. Just search for Pelo Buddy and follow us on those platforms for all of the latest news. And now let's get on with the show.
First, let's do a rundown of the latest Pelo news.
Well, kicking off today's show, it looks like we have a new crossover tread instructor, Emma Lovewell. Emma and Peloton Studios Social shared that she will be doing a Crush Your Climb hiking and walking series. The series will launch this coming week on Thursday, June the 6th, and will take place every Thursday in June at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. The classes aim to increase incline and lengthen efforts to help members reach their fitness peaks. These sessions will be available to all members, including those using the app. Emma, as we know, has previously teamed up with Bex Gentry for a 2-for-1 scenic hike in Oregon, but this new series marks her solo debut on the tread. Additionally, from what we have heard Emma say, she is working on a new prenatal core content due to the fact that she's pregnant and expecting. And we're expecting that to launch soon. But this is going to be interesting to see Emma on the tread, something that really came from left field. I was not expecting to see that.
I wasn't expecting
especially
either.
so close to her pregnancy. Like,
exactly.
It's kind of a last minute thing before she's out on maternity leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The timing just seemed a little off, but everybody seems very excited from the comments that I read on all of the social channels that you posted on, Chris.
I saw some stuff though. I guess was that Jess Sims spot? Is 9 a.m. on a Thursday morning typically a Jess Sims? Because I saw the You Get To crew asking if she was replacing Jess in that time slot. Now I don't.
They did. Yeah, she did have a walk this past Thursday morning at 9 a.m. She did have a 20-minute walk plus run followed by a 30-minute run. So yeah, I think we're getting a summer schedule change. We're going to be seeing an adjustment, because I know I was communicating with one instructor, and apparently she's not going to be teaching many tread boot camps anymore. So I guess we'll be seeing a shift in the schedule with other instructors as well. So
yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that, because I think there is definitely a shift change with classes and when classes are going to be happening. We typically see that around the summer anyway. I mean, I know Maddie was saying that he's only live for 6 classes through the whole of the summer. So yeah, I'll have to see.
Get used to it. I kind of like the switch up, kind of like it forces me to maybe work out with somebody different or new, in a different time slot that I'm used to, working, say, with Maddie or Selena.
Yeah.
Well, in some company news, this was revealed earlier in the month during the earnings call, but we never got around to reporting it. But Peloton had shared that they wrote down $9.1 million worth of their Peloton guide inventory. So a write down essentially is just an accounting practice that you do when you think the value of the product that you have on hand doesn't match what you had thought or expected to sell it for. So Peloton is essentially saying they had all this guide inventory. They thought they were going to sell it at full price. They may not anymore, so they're expecting just to make $9 million less. So over the last couple of months, we've been seeing several times where, the guide's been $95 on Amazon, or it's been buy any other product, get a Peloton guide for free. So some of those sales, I think, attribute to, they weren't expecting to sell them for $95, but now that they are, that's just attributing to the loss in value. So I would expect to see more of those sales popping up as they work through that inventory. So if you're looking for a guide, maybe wait for it to go on sale on Amazon. Like there's probably going to be a July Amazon summer sale like they've been doing the last couple of years. It'll probably be $95 then. So if you're looking for a guide, keep an eye out for more sales.
Yeah. Oh, and pack the one that you still have in the box that's in your
Makes a lot of sense considering, they're basically giving them away at different times.
Crazy.
So no surprise there with that.
Yeah.
That financial data.
Crazy. Well, it has been a long time coming, but we are thrilled to share that Leanne Hainsby is now Leanne Hainsby Aldous. Her and Ben Aldous have finally tied the knot. Back in July 2021, the couple got engaged, and they traveled quite a road between the summer of 2021 until today.
Didn't we all?
But for sure. But theirs seemed a little bumpy. Theirs was definitely quite bumpy. But the couple shared a single exquisite picture of them kissing in an Instagram post on Wednesday. The picture, whilst in black and white, showed Leanne with her back in the pic, in the most gorgeous wedding gown, kissing Ben, who was donned in a very suave tux. The pair shared that they had gotten married back on Friday, the 17th of May, in an intimate ceremony in London. From the location at the top of the picture, it was actually at the Corinthia Hotel, which is down on the Thames, which is beautiful. I have actually been in the hotel and eaten in the restaurant, and it is gorgeous.
Were you there on May 17th?
I was not there on May 17th, although I wish I had been. No, was not there on May 17th, and we don't know who was. It has been a very secretly kept affair. I know as we were speculating, they've probably sold the story to one of the, tabloids for them to share their wedding stuff. But from what we do know, though, this was the first of 2 planned ceremonies for the couple, with a second larger celebration that happened just this past Friday, May the 31st. Leanne announced that she would be using the name Leanne Hainsby Aldous.
Hainsby
so that she is not
Aldous.
Aldous after the marriage. This past week, we saw the 2 of them in Morocco. There was a quick glimpse of a picture with Ben with a wedding ring on, which was very swiftly deleted. I did see some folks talking about it in the Leanne's Yes to You crew, saying that they saw the picture and then they went back and it was gone. I think you, Chris, may have seen it as well. You didn't catch the screenshot, but I
saw it briefly, but
yeah. So they are currently, from what we've seen, in Morocco, which we are speculating was for their honeymoon. Maybe the second ceremony will be in Morocco. We're not sure. I'm sure this coming week we'll get all the details. And next week, we will definitely be able to share, hopefully, more from you guys, for you guys. But I know that, it has been quite challenging with her cancer diagnosis, losing her best friend, so much in between. But we're so thrilled that they have finally tied the knot, made it official, and can really just enjoy their life, please God, happily ever after. And we certainly here at Pelo Buddy wish them a huge congratulations. We're thrilled. It's been no secret over the years that the closeness that I have always felt towards both of them. So it's really so sweet to be able to message it, talk to you about it and share that with you guys. So yeah.
What was I remember you pointed out, Amanda, that Leanne, I guess, had posted a picture on Instagram in her stories earlier in the week, and before the announcement, and Ben was clearly wearing his wedding ring.
Yes.
And then she pulled it. Was that the picture that she posted when she made
no,
it was on her story.
It was a different picture.
It was on her story. Yeah,
Gotcha.
No. It was on her story. And then it was quite funny because the story after that had him with his hand under the table. It was very evident. I mean, and he was literally just talking with one hand, and the wedding ring hand was like under the table. And I'm like, all right, guys, you spilled the beans. We know. What I did find interesting, though, is that they really continued with their schedules for the most part. I mean, we were all speculating, but I was getting DMs literally daily. Have Leanne and Ben got married yet? I'm like, guys, I'm not that close to them that I know of their wedding date. But it was interesting because they really were on the schedule. Mm-hmm. I mean, even the Monday after that 17th, Leanne was in studio doing a pop class. So it was quite funny that they kind of didn't miss a beat as far as their schedules go, and kept going. But yeah, we're excited to see what's up next, and when get all the details, and I'm sure we'll see lots of that. So yeah,
good stuff. I'm sure that reception, the DJs, all bangers playlist, right? All night, all belters, all bangers.
Yes. That's
right.
for sure.
Well, shifting gears a little bit, Peloton is adding several new strength benchmark classes to the on-demand library. They posted on social media this week saying, kick off your summer with new benchmark strength classes designed to help you consistently track your progress as you get stronger, then revisit them again in 6 weeks to see how far you've come. Right now, there are 5 new classes that dropped this past week, each for the specific body focus area. We got a 20-minute full body strength with Robin, a 20-minute body weight strength with Andy, a 20-minute core class, core strength benchmark with Rebecca, and a 20-minute upper body with Ben. And then the 5th one being a 20-minute lower body strength with Adrian. And of these latest ones, of these 5, only Robin's was an actual live class. The rest were being released straight on demand. But Robin had shared more details about her class specifically in her Instagram stories as she headed into the studio for it. She explained how the benchmark strength test is meant to establish this baseline to see where you're at, and shared her specific class's format, which follows the same structure as her previous 2 benchmark classes. So to backtrack a little bit, in January of this past year, Robin and Andy each released a 20-minute benchmark strength class that were just called full body strength and body weight strength, respectively. But those 2 have since been renamed with benchmark in the class title. And now we also have this class collection labeled benchmark strength, where you can find those classes, those 2 from January, as well as the latest ones that were just released this week.
Nice. Well, we shared this a little bit last week, but it actually happened, and we have some more details. Lindsey Stirling, there was a surprise artist series. It was announced at the last minute, and we shared last week that based on the description, we thought that 1, Lindsey Stirling might be in the class, and 2, that there seemed like there might be some video components to the class. Both of those ended up being the case. Lindsey was in Tread, I believe on Tread 4, and during the class, Bex actually featured some interviews and discussion with Lindsey. They kind of talked about how she manages to, for those, if you missed the show last week, Lindsey is a violin player, and it's kind of like classical style violin music. So Bex asked her how she could dance around on the stage and play the violin at the same time, and just kind of talked a little bit about the music videos. And then after interviewing her, they actually cut away from Bex, and a music video took over the whole screen. So while you were running, you watched the entire music video of one of Lindsey Stirling's songs. Once or twice during that, it showed a little picture-in-picture of Bex next to the video, to kind of, so Bex talked for a tiny bit, then it went back to the video. They did that twice during the class, and then they played one more music video during the warm-down, and the class ended with Lindsey getting off the tread and doing the cool-down stretch with Bex in front. Peloton did post about it, I believe, on Thursday, and they showed a little social media promo, and it showed Lindsey in the studio playing the violin in front of Bex running on the tread. That was just for fun on social media. Lindsey was not actually playing the violin during the class at all, but I will say that Lindsey was actually doing a solid workout. Like when Bex was calling out sprints, Lindsey was sprinting, and like Bex was doing some intervals and during the intervals, actually interviewing Lindsey. And Lindsey was not out of breath. She was not like over hyperventilating, and she was doing a solid run and still able to talk. So her conditioning is, you know, you can tell that she's very in shape and able to do both the dancing and the running at the same time.
Amazing. Well, our friend Penna Jennifer was in that class.
I know. I saw her.
She actually was right there next to them.
She was
because if I knew that I was going to be on camera. Yeah. It was kind of funny.
I had never heard of Lindsey Stirling, so I was almost. Did it happen Wednesday night?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. I was contemplating doing the run live, and I was driving home from somewhere, and I just. I put on her music because I wasn't familiar with it, and I was like all the violin. It felt very Riverdance to me.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, based on that, I was like, no, it's probably not my style of
your jam.
music.
Not your jam.
Yeah, but I was curious.
It's worth checking out just for it's got some unique production aspects that you don't normally see. So, you know, it's worth checking out just for that.
Cool. Well, this is a artist series that I am very excited about. Peloton's final artist series for the month of May will feature music and songs of The Killers. As with typical artist series, this will have a mix of live, premiere, on demand. Most of the classes all happened on Thursday the 30th, live or on demand or premiere. But we got a bunch of different ones, including some lane break ones as well, which those ones will come out on Monday, June 3rd, by the way. But we got a on-demand 20-minute Killers outdoor run from Susie Chan, a 15-minute full-body stretch from Eric Yeager. Charlotte taught a 30-minute Killers ride, which was in German. Tunde had a 20-minute Killers full-body strength. Mariana Fernandez had a 30-minute yoga flow. Emma had a 30-minute ride that was a premiere on that Thursday night, this past Thursday night. Andy had a 30-minute run. Matt Wilpers had a 20-minute killer's row that would also came out as a premiere that Thursday night. And then we got 3 different lane break classes, like I said, that come out on Monday. A 20-minute ride, a 20-minute run, and a 20-minute walk.
Nice. Well, speaking of artist series, we now know what some of the artist series will be for June. Peloton posted them for studio booking with members on the website on Thursday, and based on that, we now know what some of those are. There's going to be at least 3 artist series in June. On June 6th, there will be an artist series with country artist Casey Musgraves. On June 13th, there will be an artist series with Cher. There's not one currently scheduled for June 20th. And then on June 27th, there's one scheduled with Little John. So we have those 3 to look to, but as we saw in May, there were 3 different artist series that Peloton kind of dropped at the last minute as surprises, so there's always a chance for more to be added throughout the month. Those are just the ones we know that are happening for sure in June.
And still no word on Taylor Swift Tortured Poet Department class. Still no classes yet with her music.
That's maybe the weekend.
Instructors have been hinting it's coming, so
they have been.
I'm sure it's going
be...
to come in June. I don't think we'd have to wait more than 2 months, like we're approaching at this point,
or early July.
Oh, you think maybe the beginning of July? All right.
I mean, Robin's pre-record is on June 27th or 28th,
okay.
And that's a pre-record, so it's end of month, early next month, maybe, assuming that's what that is. For those who missed it, we speculated last week that Robin has a pre-record at the end of June. It's a pop ride. But most of the people who are invited are Taylor Swift fans who have taken lots of the classes. So the theory is that will be a Tortured Poets Department artist series ride, and that's being pre-recorded before some of the live ones take place.
I'm not as anxious for the artist series. I'm just really anxious for them to be able to have access to that album, because I'm really looking forward to hearing it in different classes. So
sure. All right, well, for the week of May 27th to June 2nd, this past week, the classes that Peloton highlighted for there this week at Peloton. First up was a 15-minute hip-hop Pilates intermediate class, which was taught by Anna Greenberg. It is available on demand under strength. So folks that are looking for these Pilates classes, they are actually under strength and not yoga. Next, there are 4 new on-demand Fit Family shadowboxing classes. These are featuring Jermaine Johnson, Rad Lopez, and Selena Samuela. The classes are available under the family filter in cardio. 3, we have a bunch of new scenic classes which dropped on the 22nd of May. They can be found on the bike, tread, and row. And lastly, 3 new Christian Van der Velde pro cyclist classes, which he will teach live between June the 1st to the 3rd. So there is a 45-minute ride, speech training on June the 1st at 2 p.m. Eastern. There's a 45-minute HIIT training on June the 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And lastly, a 45-minute threshold training on June the 3rd at 7 a.m. Eastern Time.
Well, Selena Samuela on Wednesday in her Instagram stories, she posted just a little video. It looked like she was like in her town's, like at the local, like high school track, baseball field. Like she had just gotten off a run or, jog. She said that something special is coming our way, and that she just recorded some new content. She's very excited to share it. That was it. She didn't mention anything in her tread boot camp on Thursday about it that I took, but I'm not sure what do y'all speculate? Maybe some scenic or outdoor recordings?
mean, if we'd want to get crazy, they did on Thursday, there was a new apparel collection that dropped, and it was Peloton by Travis Matthew, who I believe is a golf-related apparel company, so possibly some strength for golfers content or something golfing related. But again, I'm reaching at straws here to make that connection. But
Yeah, that definitely tracks because she's been doing a lot of golf lately, especially with Alex and her and her husband.
Yes, I saw that. All right, well, it looks like Kendall Toole's been teasing some big news. She posted on her Instagram, on her broadcast channel, that she has some big news coming, like big, what she said. She had recommended that members sign up for her email list. So the NKO, the knockout list, so that folks wouldn't miss whatever she was going to be sharing and that they would be the first to know. We're not really sure what it is. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see.
Well, what do you think, Chris?
I don't know. No guesses on this one. Could be a number thing. I mean, she's had partnerships in the past before, so maybe it's a big partnership, but I don't know. Again, just going to have to wait and see on this one.
Something spiritual gangster related.
Yeah, wait and see.
Yep. Well, we've got more Peloton warm-up events happening soon, just right around the corner, actually. These are the monthly events that they've just recently started holding at all the showrooms all over, not just in the U.S., for newer members to kind of get them, acquainted, get the most out of their membership. They, the website has, we'll get the most out of your membership. We'll unlock all that the app has to offer, navigate all the product features, and answer any equipment questions. But this one is coming up on this coming Wednesday, June 5th. It's at most U.S. showrooms and also several locations in Canada as well that are participating in it. But we have a link, I'm sure, on pelobuddy.com if you want to, sign up and attend at your local showroom.
Yep, that'll be in the show notes if you want to get the link for that.
Perfect.
Yeah, I actually signed up just to go. I'll see. I head back down to New York the next day, so I'm not sure. But I figured
Tyson's Corner?
To Tyson's. Yeah, to Tyson's. I figured if there were, new folks, it may be just fun to get to meet folks that, from the area that could be there.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't a 40-minute drive away for me to the Troy, Michigan, I would be down to pop in. But unless I'm going out to Maggiano's out there, which is right in Troy, we don't really go out there. We don't go out that way very often, or Benihana.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's too funny. So we'll see. And then lastly, there was a new Peloton Lululemon collab apparel drop with some really cool colors. So if folks are looking to purchase some Lululemon Peloton stuff, there was some new stuff that came out this past week as well.
Nice. We had one birthday week that we know of, and a big happy birthday to Jess King, who birthday it was just this past Wednesday.
And we celebrated Benny's last week because it was on the day of record. So his was on Monday, on Memorial Day, actually. So we did celebrate, just in case you question us, John, and say, didn't we celebrate Benny's birthday?
He got a day off on his birthday.
His was. Because the studio was off. Yep, the studio was closed. All right, folks, I guess we will go straight into Instructor in the News. I will kick this one off.
We're just flying through it.
We are with one of our favorite instructors. Yes, with one of our favorite instructors, Matty Majacomo. He took over Disney hit Sirius XM as the Be Our Guest for the Day. So Sirius XM has this Disney channel.
Disney channel. Yeah, that's actually on one of my presets.
Oh, is it really?
For
that's
Jackson.
Too funny. Well, you can listen to it on demand, but Maddie shared his favorite Disney tunes on Sirius XM channel 133, live on Tuesday, May the 28th at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. on Wednesday, the 29th at noon and 7 p.m. And then on Thursday, the 30th at 11 a.m. and 10 p.m. If you missed it, you can grab it on demand with the app.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was about to say, do you have any of the tracks that he played or any of his favorites?
I did not listen.
Okay. Well, I do have the app, so I'm going to check that out.
Definitely take a listen.
Yeah, because I like it because a lot of times they have random actors or actresses from the Disney, movie that they're playing music from. So they'll embellish and just talk a little bit more about, the movie or the scene. It's not just like here's the next song. Like they give a little story usually. So I'm curious
Which
to see.
Maddie would have
Yes,
done.
he's definitely gonna. I would not expect anything less for him to gab it up a little bit.
Would have been a good one.
Yeah,
that
for
probably
sure.
was a good one.
Cool. Well, Eric Yeager was out recently helping with a little fundraiser for a nonprofit organization called Scoring Girls. They're all about playing soccer for girls and young women and promoting education. And he had posted a bunch of pictures in his Instagram post donning the Scoring Girls jersey and the full uniform. And he was there with a bunch of other people. Looks like they played a little exhibition soccer game. And he said, what a wonderful afternoon for this organization that benefits girls across the continent. It must be the translation there. Not only did we have a lot of fun in front of 2,000 spectators, but also a lot of money was raised for this great project. With this, girls and young women will be supported in 10 locations by the Harwar Scoring Girls organization, which this organization is free to girls who want to play soccer. And they also provide educational support with homework, internship search, and a lot more off the soccer field as well. So great cause.
Nice. And then for those that love Pilates, Kristen McGee showed some reformer-inspired workouts on the mat on her IG. So she asked the question if members would be interested in this as a new series. So we could be looking out for something like that. But she did say if she wanted to get a kind of a feel of the community, if anybody would be interested.
To be fair, I think it sounded like an Instagram series, not a Peloton
not
series.
An official class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not as an official
That was
Instagram
the vibe I
thing.
got from it, but who knows? Maybe she was...
Because she does have her Tuesday tips. She does love to do that.
She does have her
weekly...
Tuesday tips, and she's been bringing in her apparatus into her, and those have been going into her Peloton classes, her ring and her ball and whatever into her classes. But she said that in her 45-minute Pilates class this past week, she added in some arm work. She said that she loves to mimic moves that one does on the equipment, on the mat. She goes on to say that Pilates is a versatile, functional workout and that it never gets old. She said one constantly is challenging one's body with the practice, and it connects deeper to the core. So I don't know, Chris, maybe she is trying to push for a, something that does have that as a series with the Pilates.
Maybe she starts on Instagram, and based on feedback, she can then take it to the platform itself. So good way to, test the waters.
True.
Definitely
so
been more into incorporating the props lately, it seems.
Definitely. Yeah.
The Lululemon props, have there been those?
No. Nothing to do with Lululemon. Come on, guys. Be nice. All right. Well, we are going to go right into class picks of the week, and I will kick it off with Mariana Fernandez. She has a 5-minute pre-run warm-up. It was on the 23rd of May it dropped kind of middle of the night. This one came to us from MJR Bob 2, and they said, as Hannah would say, but did you stretch though? So that's a great one for folks that are looking at running and just kind of want to warm their body up ahead of time. Yes. Then we have Bradley Rose's 30-minute The Rolling Stones ride. I heard a lot of chatter about this one online. This one also was on the 23rd at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. It came to us from Amajar 3, and she said, epic playlist, hard to go wrong with the Rolling Stones. And then Amajar likes the Rolling Stones because she recommended Kristen McGee's 30-minute Rolling Stones yoga flow, which was also from the 23rd. Amajar 3 said Kristen also had an incredible playlist in her Rolling Stones class.
Nice. And I'll switch it over to the mat for strength with Ben Aldis's 20-minute mental health full body strength from the 24th. Amajar 3 also. Amajar 3 really, she's committed every week.
She gets her stuff. Yes.
Knows what she likes, gives us her picks. She said, great class with a great message and theme. And then going over to the row with Ash Pryor, she had a 20-minute mental health awareness row from the 24th as well. We got that from AK Run Row. They said, so fun seeing Bex and Kirsten in the class with her, plus some great messages. And then Rebecca Kennedy's 20-minute low-impact cardio from the 24th. Bertha C. Runs MD submitted this one. She said, good for your brain, learning new and different aerobics moves, and good for your heart, low impact, but still gets your heart rate up and keeps you smiling. Love these and hope she keeps dropping more.
Nice. And then we have Anna Greenberg. She had her 30-minute alternative yoga flow. This one was from the 24th. It came to us from Amaja 3. Just a good, relaxing yoga flow. And then this next one was mine too. I am adding my name to the pick of the week for Maddie Majacomo's
this one.
45-minute power walk. It was from Saturday the 25th at 9 a.m. And I was in good company. It also came to us from, Genelica One. They said Maddie is the king of walks and a fun playlist too. And I was really honored to have been in the class because it was my 1,000th walk, milestone walk for that one. And it was really a fun playlist. I mean, there's never a time where you don't have fun with the walk with Maddie. But this one was just summer based. He kind of turned it into a whole summer party with, starting out with Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine, to Summertime Sadness with Lana Del Rey, Blinding Lights The Weekend, Cruel Summer, Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer. He had Vacation with the Go-Go's, the Thong Song with Buzz Lowe, and then he even threw in some Latin vibes with Rosalia, as well as Calibria, which is the also and then of course always throws in Cher. He had Believe from Cher, Last Dance from Donna Summer, and ended it off with Cure My Desire.
Giving us an early tease of that upcoming Sarah Artist series.
Maybe. Well, he's obsessed with her.
Well, he's teaching the walk for that one.
Is he teaching the walk for that one? Okay. What date is that one?
That one, I believe, was on the 13th, the weekend of the 13th.
Hey.
Okay. Oh, that's a shame. I'm in the weekend before. I'm in his walk the weekend before, but that's fine. That'll be fun. Yeah. And then we had Justin Thompson Rule. She did a 30-minute 2010s tread boot camp on the 26th. This one came to us from Mary Smith 28, and they said, if you've been sleeping on Jocelyn's boot camps, don't. These are so great.
Well, next up, we're going to go to the bike. Cliff Doinger's 30-minute low impact ride, which was in English from May 26. Bertha C. Runs MD gave us this one. She said, it was in English. And then she said, if you've never taken a class with him, this would be the perfect intro. His English is impeccable. The playlist is high energy. The ride is a great low-impact ride, and his megawatt smile is the absolute best. And then Jermaine Johnson, 45-minute full body strength from the 28th. Penelope 2B said, good long strength workout from JJ. Definitely worked out the whole body. And then sticking with the strength, Adrian Williams, 30-minute roll call, glutes and legs from the 28th. Jess Sick Calves said, different format from usual with a drop set style. It was a killer workout.
Nice. And then we have Jess King's 30-minute Emotions in Motion ride. This one was from the 28th of May at 10 a.m. This one came to us from Leah Seychelles. Amazing class. Just take it, please. Well, if that isn't an endorsement for a class. And then Bex Gentry's 30-minute Lindsey Stirling run, also from this one from the 28th. It came to us from Daisy Mack. Monica said Lindsey was there and they integrated music videos. If you've never run to classical music, you need to take this class. And then Kira Michelle and Maddie Majacomo in Kira's final segment of her 20-minute creating space yoga, also from the 28th. I too will put my endorsement on this one. It was absolutely beautiful. And my only complaint with this series was that the classes weren't long enough. 20 minutes just didn't give you enough time to just enjoy, the banter between the instructors, just the rawness of what they had to share and what they were chatting about. So absolutely beautiful. I mean, who just doesn't love listening to Maddie anyway? And to see the connection between him and Kira was beautiful. This one did come to us also from the Diva Lucia and the Kira's Koalas. Great interview and discussion with Maddie. Really hope they do more of these.
Nice. And rounding out the picks of the week, Chelsea Jackson Roberts' 15-minute morning yoga flow from the 29th. Sunny G said, good music and vibes in this class. And then Allie's 20-minute bar glutes from the 29th. We got that from Love Squad Peloton. They said, great new moves with some arms integrated, good benchmark class. And then finally, last but not least, Emma Lovewell's 45-minute 90s ride from the 29th. Karen Zimski-Berry and Get It Dune 1006 said, good workout and wide range of variety on the playlist.
Nice. And that wraps up the picks of the week. So yeah, folks, definitely let us know. We appreciate Amajathri giving us those recommendations each week, but we really would love to hear from more of you. So definitely make sure that you let us know, and from different aspects of the platform. But it is fun to get to see some of these classes we probably wouldn't have heard about if it was just John and me giving them to you. So yeah, I guess that does wrap it up, and a quick, easy one this week. Since you got us twice in 1 week, almost, I suppose it was good that you got a quick show. But yeah, as always, just want to thank you for tuning in, taking the time to listen, and for giving us your feedback. And we look forward to seeing you back here next week. So from me here in Maryland, bye for now, everybody.
And from me here in Atlanta, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
And for me here in Michigan, appreciate you watching and listening from all over. And as always, we will see you on the leaderboard. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching Pelo Buddy TV, your source for everything Peloton, by the community, for the community. Work out with us using the Pelo Buddy TV leaderboard tag, and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Pelo Buddy. Don't forget that we have a podcast available so that you can listen to us while on the move. Just search for Pelo Buddy TV on any major platform and hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode.